When we say Kenyans are overtaxed, we don't live in isolation. We live in a community of nations, and in a community of nations, we are extremely interdependent. If you look at the tax revenue to GDP of Kenya vis-a-vis other nations in the world, and for instance, the African nations which are at par or almost at par with the Kenyan economy, because the Kenyan economy is one of top 5 economies in Africa. You realize that we are at 14% at the moment as far as tax revenue to GDP. If we compare ourselves with a country like South Africa, Botswana, Morocco, Lesotho, you realize they are way, above us. And what the finance bill is proposing, we only need to move Kenya from 13%, from 14% to 16%, 2% only. So that slowly we can see whether we can be close to other nations which are performing much better economically than ourselves. And remember, you get the product of what you pay for. You get the quality of life on what you spend. We expect to have good roads, good schools, good hospitals, good infrastructure, power in each and every home in our republic. We have to finance that. Either we borrow or we finance it ourselves. So how do we go about it? So somehow we must raise our tax revenue to GDP by a small margin of only 2%. And that 2% will translate to, at the moment, the revenue which we collect per year is about 2.2 trillion. 2%, it means we'll be able to collect, as a nation, 2.8 trillion. That means we can be able to finance the higher education costs of all universities we have, of all the TVETs we have.